It's me.
First of all, let's start this by saying, is it an iWatch or
iWatch.
Apple Watch?
iWatch.
Is it an iWatch or Apple Watch?
I want it to be an iWatch so that way Marty can be wrong.
Did y'all I watched the last TV show Did y'all watch the last movie last week, by the way?
Yes.
Oh, I was good.
I ain't gonna hold you though. I did not watch the ending last night because I fell asleep.
I didn't watch the beginning, so I can help you with the end. You can help me with the beginning.
There we go. All right. Meet you in the middle.
So anyways, thank you guys so much. Welcome to another episode of Two Women.
Two Opinions.
With your girl Marty.
And Tosh.
I got to get in with another one. You heard me.
Yerp.
Anyways, so we was debating on, Todd was debating on whether it was an iWatch or an Apple Watch. the Apple Watches, is it an iWatch or Apple Watch?
It's an iWatch.
Okay, so is it iPods or AirPods?
It's AirPods.
Oh, okay.
But that's a different thing. Because it used to be no.
No. It never was.
It never was.
It was
not the point, though. I don't give a fuck.
It was I
don't give a fuck. It's an iWatch today, motherfucker.
So if you got an iWatch, make sure you're checking your time. Like, girl, it is not iWatch. Thank you,
Am I sounding old? Am I sounding old?
You're very
Miss LaDonna, go find that box, okay? And I'm sure on that box it says iWatch, damn it.
I bet you it don't. Anyway.
All right, I'm starting first. Look, she already trying to hint to it.
Because you ain't shit.
So y'all already know I got to give y'all an update on Miss Britney Griner. She just got sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison, right? And apparently our U.S. government has been trying to get her back by doing a prisoner swap with this, I forgot his name already. But here's the clip. Maybe.
Star Britney Griner convicted today on drug charges in Russia. A judge sentencing her to 9 years in a penal colony. Griner, detained in Russia for more than 5 months, found guilty of intentionally smuggling vape cartridges of hashish oil into the country. She addressed the judge before the verdict was announced, holding a photo of her team in Russia, telling the judge she, quote, made an honest mistake. President Biden calling her sentence unacceptable, and the administration is again urging Russia to accept its prisoner proposal. Here's ABC's senior White House correspondent, Mary Bruce.
This is the moment Britney Griner learned her fate. Standing in a cage in a Russian courtroom, hearing she's been sentenced to 9 years in a Russian prison camp. Earlier, Griner emotional, saying she takes responsibility for illegally bringing vape cartridges containing cannabis oil into the country back in February, but stressing it was an accident.
I made an honest mistake, and I hope that in your ruling that it doesn't end my life here.
Griner choking up as she then apologized to her family and teammates in Russia and back in the U.S.
I want to also apologize to my parents, my siblings, my Phoenix Mercury organization back at home, the amazing women of the WNBA, and my amazing spouse.
During the trial, her lawyers argued.
So if y'all did not know, she is a WNBA player. She was caught about 5 months ago. She was boarding her plane. She went through security. They found some vape cartridges, arrested her. So she spent 5 months in custody. They just had, obviously just did her sentences, and now she is taking, or she's going to do 9 years. They think she might do less though, obviously. But with the prisoner swap on the tables, they want to swap her for this arms dealer. So hopefully that goes through and she gets to come home and be with her family.
That 9 years for Sean, I would have been over there with the same cartridges.
Ever since her story came out, there's been multiple stories about people who have just passed through Russia. Like they had a layover in Russia or whatever. Same situation. They forgot maybe they had weed in their bag. This one chick was like, there was a nug that she just didn't even know was in there. And they went through her. They kept her for 10 months.
9 years?
10 months. In custody before they let her go.
God, that's so ridiculous.
I think it is ridiculous. Obviously, this is a political move with Russia. This isn't about a real crime. She didn't commit a real fucking crime. They keep saying smuggle. Yeah, they keep saying smuggle. And I'm like, I don't see how somebody who had a prepackaged thing from Amazon was smuggling anything. Like, it's not cocaine. She wasn't moving bricks. It was cannabis oil. So obviously, this is just a weird ass political move with Russia, and they in enough shit as is. So hopefully she just gets to make it home to her people.
To answer your question, Miss LaDonna, when I went to Mexico, I've talked about this before on the show. When I went to Mexico, I had cartridges on me, but my friend had like an eighth of weed. And They charge us $500 now.
That's Mexico, though.
But I feel like they legally charged us. I don't feel like, I think it was supposed to be a certain amount that we can bring.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have supposed, because we had straight flights.
Mm-hmm.
So from somewhere where weed is legal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think because the way that they took the money from us, they kind of put the money in our passports and like walked in the room and was like, all right, there we go.
Hell yeah.
Like, yeah, y'all just fucked us over. But then we turned around and got some RV rides and shit like that. So I wasn't really tripping, but I feel like that's kind of what it was. Like,
well, that's Mexico. They know it's tourism, especially probably where you went was probably big tourism. They probably used to conning people out of a little extra $400-500. Whereas
like
Russia apparently ain't no games.
But it's the difference between her and me is letting me go and keeping her. I mean, keeping me and keeping her is two different levels.
I mean, like I said, this happens.
Right.
This happens to people all the time. Like I said, there was a chick who came out after her story. She heard Britney's story and was like, "I spent 10 months in Russian custody because I had a nug of weed in my suitcase that I didn't even know about."
Yeah.
My boy literally just sent me an article. Because we're so worried about Russia and all the sentencing they have. How many Americans are in jail still because of marijuana?
I keep saying that.
In the USA, 38-year-old Alan Russell is serving a life sentence after being convicted of having 1.55 ounces
something
of
that's
marijuana.
legal in most states.
The pill was denied last year. And now it's legal, and all these people are still.
I don't understand why we aren't going back
like
and you know what I'm saying, releasing a lot of these people.
We're not worried
special.
about that, but we're worried about
No,
whatever.
I don't want to say
She's a W. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
I can honestly say I don't want to say that.
But why is the U.S. government not
pushing for that?
Well, no,
but they're willing to trade an arms dealer.
Before they was doing that, before they was doing all of that, people was pushing for these people to get out of jail.
In some states, not all though.
No, in most states, I'm talking about like here in Vegas and in Cincinnati and stuff. That place, Ohio, where
the
places
government
was
pushing for it.
But I'm saying, I feel like the reason why people, although people been talking about it before she got sentenced, I feel like it's a big deal
we talked about it on this show
because it's a hell of a long time for some.
It's
bud.
9 years for not even real bud. It's liquid.
In America, in jail for longer than that for the same.
Exactly.
Less.
And that's why I don't feel like we're not paying attention to the people in America. I just feel like they got more leeway to pay attention, and she just over there.
I'm not talking about you talking about it.
No. I know, like the people
Biden,
talking about it.
Just let them out.
Because that's all it really takes. All he got to do is pardon people and keep it pushing.
What Obama did
like
when all the non-violent crimes, when he let all out non-violent. I get that, and we've talked about that.
Because we talked about that on the show. How people who go to jail for a joint spend the next 5 years, lose their entire life. Because once you get convicted, it's on your record forever.
Have you ever watched Locked Up or Bored? I know a lot of the shit be lying on TV and shit, but just the little shit that they did put on there that can be true. That shit crazy. I'd rather go to the county than Russia.
I ain't trying to spend no time in jail. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a smuggler, okay, but I've done some smuggling in my life. It was some weed, you cut a little slit in your suitcase, put a little weed in it, ain't nobody gonna know nothing. I've done that.
You talking about from state to state?
From state to state, not from across the country. Hell, fuck that.
I damn near carried that shit in my pocket. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about out the country.
No. I ain't playing with nobody's cross-country nothing.
Mexico. But I did do my research, and I knew important for y'all to the weed was legal and everything. And they ended up
I'm going to buy it there then.
They ended up telling me when I got through, that's the whole thing. If you, we were supposed to press a button. It was a whole bunch of things.
Press a button?
Yeah, when you get to the customs, if you press a button and it turn green, you just go through with your bag. If it turned red, that's when they check it. Our dumbasses didn't see the button. So we just walked straight through, and they was like, okay.
This already sounds too complicated for little weed.
And let me tell you, when they went through the bags, bitch, they checked pockets on jeans and everything. That's how they found it, because it was literally hidden in that motherfucker. They checked everything when they went through there.
Oh, goddamn.
Luckily, it was just weed, not crack.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with Quan, though. I think we need to start focusing on, like, the smaller situations versus the bigger ones. She has attorneys. She's not broke. She's the WNBA player. Come on now. She's got money. So I'm sure she's got a bunch of like attorneys and stuff like that that's going to fight her case for her. But like you said, we need to we need to focus more on what's going on at home versus running around and trying to save everybody from every other country. I mean, it sucks that she got caught, but like she said, she pleaded guilty. I fucked up. I don't think she deserves 9 years. Fuck no.
I agree.
But she does have attorneys, and we do need to start focusing on the things in our home versus trying to cover things around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I smuggled tequila back. So I don't know.
I'm not playing with Marty today. Marty is the kingpin. All right. Y'all need something smuggled. Marty's your girl.
Shit. You got me fucked up. Don't call me, boy. Your ass going to jail by yourself. You and Brittany would be in there, not me. I'm sorry.
Can't.
All right.
Poor Brittany. Gone.
Well, let's lighten up the room in here. Anyways, I don't know if you guys seen, but Blueface and Krishan Rock got into it over the weekend. Let's watch this clip and then we'll talk about it. These hoes crazy. Marty is a risk taker.
What? I know, bro. You all right, dude? Bro, that's not good, bro. Damn, dude.
Ooh. Not y'all knocked each other out.
Bro.
It's raining outside. Oh, that couldn't be me because I'd have beat the brakes off that boy.
Bro.
Oh no, she started it. She was popping. He got like, she was popping him.
Damn.
What did he do all that for? The chain?
Welcome to
get
Hollywood.
her to fuck up for him.
Oh, she was beating him first. Oh, okay.
She was beating him first. All these people trying to help him.
Where is his security?
Look, she punched him in his face right there. Look at that. She grabbed him on
She
his
big,
shirt.
she big swole in the shoulders, y'all.
Dude. Damn, yo. Damn.
Look at her.
Damn. She connected a
Yo,
couple
you guys
times.
just dropped the phone? You just dropped the phone? Yo, you just dropped the phone? Yo, why are you
Where's
hitting
his
that man?
security? I
Yo,
know
he's
he
not
ain't that
doing
famous.
nothing
Where
to
the
you.
fuck
Why
is
you
the
hitting that
security?
man?
No, her and him was out going bowling together. They was on a date.
So no security?
In LA, that's his business.
So?
I have to walk around.
I'm with Quan. Hey, she wildin'. Come pull up.
We're just trying to do a little IRL here, guys. I just locked out the house, dog.
They still fighting? I was about to say.
It's like when Cardi first got big. She ain't have security. That's why she went ham when people was trying to record her daddy and shit. Everybody don't feel like they gotta have security just because. Look at him. The outside people ain't bothering him. It's the bitch that's in the inside. So what the fuck you need security for his bitch? All right. But anyways, for clarification, their relationship has been all over the blogs. She was supposedly head over heels about him and got his name tatted a few times. Got a face on her
Whole
neck.
face. Fuck the name.
She got his whole face
All
right here
right
on her
here.
neck. And then she turned around and ripped the tooth that she had got implant in to get his face put on there and put that back in her mouth. After they fought all night or whatever, Blueface ended up going on IG on his story to talk about how he knew she been cheating on him the whole time on the road with the baddies.
Like he wasn't no hoe.
And he even said, "You knew I was the hoe. You knew I was slutting out. You knew this. But you've been lying to everybody like you was a down-ass bitch and you wasn't. No shade. Like I told you earlier, she knew what she was getting into. And I feel like if you go play him, at least not do it in the media. Be a bitch that can hide your shit. Like, don't fuck with dudes on the low, like doing that shit in the media, knowing that he's a hoe. We knew he was a hoe at the beginning.
He told you from the jump.
He told you, like, I'm going to do me, you go do you. She said, no, I'm going to do you. Is what he said. So he basically went on there. Then he proceeded to offer her $100,000 to leave him alone.
I would have took that money.
He was like,
took that money.
What would it take for you to leave me alone altogether? Would you like $100,000?
I'd have took $500K.
He was like, she said nothing, whatever. After a long story of stuff, she ended up posting on her IG. It was the last post, and it was kind of like a diss track, but the diss track kind of put in there. I couldn't play it because it was the beat that was on it. It was one of his beats. So basically, she was saying like you had another baby by somebody else, because y'all know she do music as well.
Right.
So she basically was in her feels about him having a baby, never getting her pregnant. Basically, her not being that chick, right? But then I get on motherfucking TikTok because he was ranting about all the niggas that she was supposed to be messing with while she was on the road.
Yeah.
So you know how the TikTok voiceover be like, when you link up, the POV when you link up. So it was like POV when you link up with one of the baddies from the South. And it was her and him on the beach.
That's her side nigga, right?
Yeah, that's her side nigga that he found in her phone.
Okay.
So whole time, Blueface, why you going through people's phone though? No shade. Like you supposed to be a real nigga. You going through her phone. That was kind of weird.
My older brother told me one time, don't go through no nigga phone. If you don't really want to know what it is,
right,
stay the fuck out that nigga
he
business.
He went through her phone, but that I ain't gonna hold you. He went through her phone after the fight. So she tried to lay down like everything was fucking cool. I think he was just trying to find a reason to have
to
her
move around.
Yeah, to get her out of there.
Personally, I feel like you signed up for that shit. It's men in that industry. You know what you're getting into. Like you said, he established from the start, like, I'm a hoe, and this is what I'm going to do. I mean, we was talking about Neo earlier, too. I mean, it's just men in that industry. Like, they get cat thrown at them 24/7. So if you honestly believe that you're only going to be, I mean, Russell Williams do happen, but it's rarity in a few that they happen, right? Yeah. So most of those men in media, music, sports, they hoes. And it's okay to say so. You're a hoe. But live your whole life. Stop trying to wife up one woman to keep her at home and then expect her to stay solid. Both of them is in the wrong to me. But for her, baby, you learn your worth. You do not need to be chasing no man. You do not need to be out here begging. You don't need to be beating on no man. Because honestly, he could have pressed charges on your ass.
Both is wrong because,
I think both of them are wrong.
Like you said earlier, you made a good point. That's like me if I'm polygamous.
Right.
And you get into this polygamous relationship.
Absolutely.
Knowing that I'm polygamous, and then you start getting jealous.
But did they ever establish that he was polygamous?
No, they established that he was going to go out and do him.
Oh, but then
she was gonna do her.
That's you, baby. Learn your self-worth. Find a nigga that don't want that.
Nah. I feel like she wrong because she knew what she was getting herself into.
So like move around.
Like I said. Just
right.
like I said when Offset was fucking around on Cardi.
You
can't tell me she ain't have her. I'm a Libra. She had her little nigga on the side. She just ain't messy with the shit, though.
Right.
Krishan got real messy. Why the fuck somebody record you on the road with a nigga?
That's what I'm saying. So move the fuck around. Like you said, I mean, right now she got the only reason why we even talking about Blueface is because of her. You know what I'm saying? It kind of low key. But honestly, though, we wouldn't even remember Blueface if it wasn't for her right now. She hot right now. So honestly, he need her. But if I was her, I would go ahead and take that 100K, baby. We outside with it. Okay?
Well, after a long story of stuff, she ended up posting on her IG that she wouldn't leave him for no amount of money in the world.
So he just stuck?
She wrong
crazy
with the
bitches.
fight, but that you know that you get yourself into. Nah, that ain't it. He be on bullshit. They both toxic. They gonna fuck around.
Crazy bitches.
But no, I get what you're saying, Sean, but you got me fucked up if I'm telling you. You keep, say for instance, if she kept pursuing him, he like, nah, shorty, because I'm out here on my bullshit.
Right.
She like, nah, I want to be on this bullshit with you. Do you? He like, nah, shorty, I don't want to hurt you.
Right.
Nah, I want you to hurt me. Nah,
so you
shorty,
signed up for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got me fucked up.
She signed up for that shit.
You like you want to be played.
She signed up for that shit.
Crazy as hell.
Any man that you get in the industry, you kind of know what you're signing up for, know the territory. If he hasn't shown himself to be anything different, believe what they say in the media. They 9 times out of 10, they whores. So again, she signed up for it.
Right.
She was wrong for beating his ass.
Be mad and he can't be mad.
No, that's what I said. I feel like they both in the wrong.
All right, man.
So up next, I wanted to talk about Mystical, Mr. Danger. All right. He's back in the headlines because he was arrested this past Sunday in Louisiana for sexual imprisonment and rape. Like, and mind y'all, he's had several. Mystical. Yeah, that's his third one. So back in 2003, he pled guilty for sexual battery and extortion. He spent 6 years in jail. He was released. In 2017, he was arrested again for rape and was held in custody for 2 years before he could make bond. And then later on, the charges were dropped.
Wait. 2 years before you could make bond?
Yes, because Mystical ain't making the money. Like, he had one hit that anybody can think of. He got one hit that everybody can think of. That's it. Go ahead and run the clip.
Like 2003, and then I know also Mystical served like 6 years in prison already, and then there was another altercation that also happened in 2017. So this is the third thing that has happened to him regarding all that.
Is this crazy, J-Mac? Are we believing this, or will we let it ride in court and see what happens?
That's what I said.
I think you should, but I always say where there's smoke, there might be a little fire.
Nigga, that's fire.
And that's a possibility. He's been accused twice before. How are the fans reacting to this?
Man, people all on the internet are saying, I can't believe it. You mean Mystical has to do this? You know, he's 52 years old. He's been in the game a long time. I'm sure there's women willing to do whatever he needs done sexually.
But I feel like people also think a lot of times when it's somebody in high power, a celebrity, an artist, a rapper, an athlete, that they don't have to do those kinds of things. But some of those guys still get aggressive too and, want their way and stuff. So it doesn't automatically mean that because, he's a rapper or something, he doesn't have to do that.
So, I mean, come on. If this don't give you R. Kelly vibes, I don't know what else does. He needs to go back to jail. Because all of these niggas need to be wrangled the fuck up, grouped together, and put them in jail. Including Mystical. Okay, so everybody needs to spend their time in jail, get their lives together. All right.
Let our show go viral. That damn, I hope I'm talking about R. Kelly because he go watch it. He gonna be like, see, that's my girl right there, man.
Do you hear this?
My boy got. So you think he deserved 30 years?
Yes. He is a pedophile.
They rushed him.
He's a pedophile, and not a regular pedophile. He's a pedophile on all accounts. He's a pedophile.
Somebody get a lot of years, they gonna say they rushed me. They rushed me. They rushed my
I
boy.
fucking hate you. But Mystical, yeah, you need help, sir. You need to spend some time in somebody county.
Is the new standard, Miss LaDonna.
He sure the fuck he is.
Anywho, anyway, I don't know where Mystical fans at. I think most of them dead.
Danger. Oh, don't do my mama. Don't do my mama. Quan was like, how dare you?
He was like, he
I don't know where the Mystical fans is at. They did.
Most Mystical fans
No.
aren't worried about, like, they
Ain't nobody was thinking about Mystical until
they
now.
wasn't worried about Mystical.
No.
Let's be real.
Mystical.
But now they are, and I feel like it's bad for, like, artists
Miss
like
LaDonna
that.
says she a fan. Don't do her.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Donna.
All I know is that one song. That's all I got for you.
I feel like they were like more so now that he's in the limelight. I hate when artists like this from back in the day come back with negative things.
It's right, and that's so shitty because like most of the time we want to hear from you. It's off some positive, or maybe you putting out new music, or maybe you doing something for the community. But you don't have that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have that. Like most of these artists, every time you hear about them, they rape somebody, they drug somebody, they rob somebody. Right. It's never anything positive. So, Mystical, please go to jail. Sorry, but go to jail.
Here we go.
Straight to jail.
All right, let's talk about. All right, so everybody know like a lot of trans shit is going to be going on. Either people got transportation problems or they transgendering. So I want to talk about transphobia.
Oh,
why are trans women trying to get with straight men? Let's play this clip and then let's talk about it.
I think it makes him feel more like a woman.
And it's no longer attractive. That is called transphobia. Let me explain why.
Hold on. Here's the thing. I get what you're saying, but no. And correct me if I'm wrong. Take a look at this gentleman right here I'm going to show you. And I came across his, well, actually, he was on my FYP.
Now, all right, let's say this real quick.
I love him, but I also hate
having
him.
a phobia of anything is to fear something. Just because someone doesn't want to be with you because you're not what they thought you were, doesn't mean they fear you.
Right.
And I was like, oh, okay.
Watch this part here.
Right here, I'm going to show you. And I came across his, well, actually, he was on my FYP. And I was like, oh, okay.
We can't hear him.
No.
Now that man looks like an angel sent straight from God himself. Himself! But after further research on his page, everything said trans. So I found out that he was a female. He transitioned at like 19 or something like that.
That man is fine.
Now he's like 30.
He fine.
When I tell you I was no longer attracted to him, I mean it. I was no longer attracted to him after finding out that he used to be.
Okay.
That's fair.
So the reason why I want to talk about this, let's talk about verbiage, okay? So transphobia. Transphobia is the fear, hatred, or disbelief or mistrust in people who are transgender. I don't know why they use phobia at the end, but that is the legit word to use for like hating a transgender.
Right, and I hate that that's the vocab word too.
That's why I wanted to address the verbiage because
a lot of everybody wants to say phobia
because it's a fear, but this phobia
it's not a fear.
Is basically a hatred towards or just a dislike towards transgender. So I listened to this because it was like, wow, we've always heard about men being attracted to trans women, but we rarely hear about women being attracted to trans
That
men.
man was fine.
So, just because you're cute and attractive doesn't mean everybody like you. Let's put that on the table and set that right in front of everything. No matter what your sexuality is, just because you're cute or attractive don't mean everybody like you. I hate when a straight man walk into a room full of gays and be like,
oh my God, there's too many gays in here. I'm going to be gay if I leave. Oh my God, if somebody rub up against me, I got gay.
You're not
Lord.
even type.
Okay.
Like, first of all, they're married. Like, they don't want you. And it just be, that's
women
weird
do
to me.
that shit too, though.
Yeah.
That shit annoys the fuck out of me. You walk into like a gay bar or something, and it's heavy on the lesbians or whatever for the evening, and it's, oh my god, there's so many lesbians in here.
Yeah, like, oh my god, she's
like,
gonna try to
who
know
cares?
that I don't
I
like
want you to hit on me.
I don't want you.
Please take me home. The fuck?
I still got it.
Okay. I want to know that I'm attractive on all accounts. Okay.
Period. But I just thought it was very interesting that she said, she looked at his page and was like, damn, he's fine as hell.
Mhm.
And when she found out that he was trans, she was like, I'm no longer attracted to him.
Right.
As you can be, like you said earlier when we was discussing the show today, you said just like somebody first getting in a relationship with you, they show you all these
The honeymoon phase.
This honeymoon phase. And then they eventually show you the real self. I don't like you no more.
If I don't, right. If we spend, let's say we spend 6 months together, everything's blissful, everything's great. You're a great guy. You open my doors. You take me out. Everything's wonderful. And at month 7, you become the douchebag of all douchebags. I have the right to say, I don't like you no more, and I'm gonna move the fuck around. And that's okay. Same thing goes if I met a transgender man, right? He looked good, he smelled good, everything about him was right? And at some point we start to fiddling around and you ain't got the proper equipment, I have the right to say, I don't do that. I don't eat coochie, so I gotta move around.
I'm a lesbian.
Right.
Do you listen? Let's put this on a motherfucking floor. Do you
Shut up,
think
Quan.
that I would be first of all, if I'm kissing and shit on a trans woman and I go low and feel a dick,
A whole penis.
bitch, I would want to fight.
What?
So, yeah, hell yeah, I don't like dick. I don't even like penetration.
Oh, I do.
So don't come over here with the dick lane.
Right.
Swinging.
I don't eat coochie, so I feel you. I'll be ready to fight. I'll be ready to throw a bitch out the window.
It's a preference. I don't like you.
Right.
That's fine.
I like the equipment, and if you don't have said equipment, I don't want that.
I
Right.
feel like nobody. I feel like
Stop using phobia for every fucking thing.
Right. Transphobia is when I say, "Oh my gosh, I hate transgender people." Whether you trans from one thing I love everyone. Why?
Right.
But
But I have a preference, and this goes back to like when men were saying like, women don't like short men, or women don't.
Their little thing pop up.
Women don't like big guys. Women don't like short men. It's like the same thing. Like everybody's got a preference. Like I'm not for everybody, right? I'm a high yellow black woman. I talk a little twang. I'm not for everybody, right? I could be considered ghetto depending on the environment. So I'm not going to be for everybody. Same thing goes for transgender men and women. You're not for everybody. You have to find your person, and you can't force somebody to like you. And then by forcing them, you telling them, well, if you don't like me, you're phobic. You're transphobic.
Right.
So that don't make no sense.
So y'all lesbian phobic. I feel like all men.
I don't eat no coochie.
Yeah, you lesbian phobic.
That's fine. I don't eat no coochie, and I'm standing on it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
let's go ahead to the halftime break. Well, actually, hold on because I only got one more story.
So do I.
Yeah. Okay. Before that, anyways, I want to talk about the monkey in the room.
What monkey? Who got the monkey?
The monkeypox.
Hey, my daddy used to call me
So
that.
U.S. declared monkeypox as a public health emergency. And we're all again in another breakout of something that we have no clue what the
There is
fuck
a white
it
boy
is.
in his room
We
right
can't
now in
catch a
panic
break.
mode.
All right, so let's play this clip. Oh shit! I just mixed Quan little stuff up because he had all his stuff all organized. But anyways,
Quan
let's
over
play
here
this
smacking.
clip about the the monkeypox, and then it's short. That's why I wanted to go ahead and talk about this because this is important, y'all.
Wash your motherfucking hands. I keep telling y'all, stop eating shit, weird shit. Just eat regular shit.
Public health emergency with more than 7,000 cases confirmed nationwide. Janae Norman is at a health clinic where the vaccine is available here in New York City. Good morning, Janae.
Michael, good morning. The vaccine is available here, but getting a shot isn't that easy. There are more than 1.1 million doses of the monkeypox vaccine currently available in the U.S., but demand is high, and the supply just isn't enough for even the Americans at highest risk of contracting the virus. So while many are welcoming this public health emergency declaration, others say it's too little, too late.
More than a month after the country's first case of monkeypox and amid calls to do more, the administration declaring a public health emergency as cases nationwide top 7,000.
I'm gonna tell y'all like I told old boy in the liquor store. I need
take
6
our
feet.
response to the next level in addressing this virus, and we urge every American to take monkeypox seriously.
The move will free up additional resources for vaccines and treatments as the cases double almost weekly.
And now I'm seeing an incredibly long wait time for patients who are trying to get access to arrange appointments.
But critics calling the response so far insufficient as patients struggle getting the care they need.
Asking the Department of Public Health, asking my PCB, how do I prevent more lesions? And I was told nothing. I just don't think they were prepared.
And New York Senator Kirsten Gillibrand calling
came
on the
out of no
Biden
fucking where,
administration
bruh.
to invoke the Defense Production Act.
With cases doubling roughly every week, it's paramount that the government prepare a healthcare system to meet vaccine and testing demands.
The CDC says nearly 1.7 million people in the U.S. are now eligible for the monkeypox vaccine. So far, about 600,000 doses have gone out nationwide.
This is a real fucking thing. Like, it stresses me out.
This is the gag. The next part was them saying that they're trying to stretch the vaccination.
Yeah.
They're trying to stretch 1 vial into 5.
What? So everybody getting a sample of the vaccine? A little Costco sample? Here's a little souffle cup, little 2 ounce.
Listen, if y'all, like I said at another episode we've said before, if y'all do not have y'all passports,
oh baby, I'm going to Canada.
Passport.
Oh, Canada.
Shit, I'm going to Mexico. You ain't see on TikTok they got a whole black neighborhood
I'm
over
going
there.
with you. Let's go. Shit. Get us a little island, bitch.
I'll be out there. Arriba.
We gonna come back speaking fluent Spanish.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hell fucking no. I'm mad that this is a real thing. Wash y'all motherfucking hands and stop eating weird shit. God damn it. Y'all eating bats and rats and shit. Just eat regular
walk
food.
around with yellow wigs on and stuff. It's just making me uncomfortable right now. Anything like y'all curious.
I hate you. You ready for the halftime?
Yes. Okay. So let's go to the halftime. If you want your business to be shouted out, just message us on either one of our pages. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and like the Vegas Hype Media pages. After you do all that, go to 2 Women to Opinion on IG and we'll go from there. You heard?
You heard.
All right. So first we got Vegas Hype Media. Go to VegasHypeMedia.com. Go at the top. It's all of the social media platforms. You'll find it. Click it, like it, subscribe to it. Love you. Next we got Famous Gems. That's me. Go to famousgemz.net. You can find some press-ons, swimwear, lashes, all that good stuff. Y'all, I got lashes for $5 right now. So get into it.
Ooh.
Get into it. And I'm doing a press-on sale next week.
I got some dirty pictures for Marty. Marty gave me a bathing suit a few months ago, and I haven't taken photos in it, but I just did, and she's going to love them. I'm dropping those next week, though.
Yeah, I'm going to put it all on my story, so y'all can go on there, guys. Okay, next we have Transcend Jury. You can find their... I'm going to be flow. Okay, Transcend Jury. You can find them at transcendjury.com or on IG at Transcend Jury. Go ahead and get y'all interview together because the government is fucking us up. Anyway, next we have Taj. What you got for us?
You have Wild Bartending for all of your private bartending needs. You can DM me at Taj Wild or email me tajwilder91@icloud.com.
And speaking of Taj, I did send out my birthday invitation.
Ooh.
So...
Did you like them?
Oh, Quan, I didn't send you one because I don't like rejection. So if you don't make it, I'm gonna be
How
really
would I not show up to my own party?
It's his party, too. It's his party, too.
I'm gonna send out, and I'll give you
our
that.
birthday party.
All right, and I'll give you, because we got the same birthday, I know. And I'll give you the address already so that you'll have it, okay? So you'll have the Airbnb address.
I just invited all my people.
So do you know a DJ?
I know a lot of DJs.
Okay, can you find us a DJ for our party?
Why did you ask me? I know like 50 DJs.
Well, can y'all find a DJ for our party then?
I don't know. My DJs are expensive.
Oh, yeah, bring the alcoholic DJ. Like, nah. All right, next we have Creative Hands and Minds. You can contact them on Facebook at Missy Harris or on IG at Missy Harris as well. We're going to set up her business IG this week, so a place y'all can actually find her. Next we have K Connect. You can find them at K.
There's some shit in the water over here.
And they can help you with all your business needs and adventures. Next, we have Big Head Unique Designs, LLC. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. I've been seeing you on TikTok, too, friend. Do your thing. Or at bigheaduniquedesigns.com. Last but not least, but we have Hazazi Man. It's an all-natural groom premium grooming company. You can find them at hazazi-men.com or hazazi-man on IG.
Yay.
I send you an invitation, Miss LaDonna, if you really want to come.
Oh, Lord. Y'all really stressed about this child's birthday. Anywho,
you better be.
I'm working it, so I have to be now, don't I? The song of the week is Finesse. It's a Finesse remix. Y'all heard the song by Drake, Finesse. Jackson has done a dope ass remix. So let's hear it, shall we?
Yeah. Really feeling this new shit. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Real shit. I want my baby to have your eyes, but right now I can't do you enough. Should I do New York or stay inside? Fashion week is always on your mind. I can't even lie, I'd rather be posted with the guys than waiting on you. So what you gonna do with the time? Getting drunk on the weekend, any bottle sipping. Can't really respect what you doing, but then I fuck around and do the same thing. Like I don't roll a blunt with the same gang. And we've been holding out, but we want things. Wish I felt alright in your line all the time. All the time, oh yeah. You stay on my mind all the time, all the time. Care about us, yeah. So good and so finesse. Put up on my side, the best I see. Know that it's all you. She play with my feelings, I bang my line on. I just needed you to know you stay on my mind. Yeah. You so distant from me. Pull over to the shoulder, let me breathe. The finesse in that I've seen isn't what I'm used to. Whole lot of problems, and I'm wishing I could solve them. Oh, you just wanna call them shots, ignore my talk like I don't got it. It takes some. Finesse, I've seen you finesse, I don't finesse, you stay on my mind. Oh baby, you stay. That bitch on unseen.
Thing is, left her on unseen, but she's being shown. Baby, just because I don't see you doesn't mean I don't see you.
Come on, my nigga. Just because I don't
Hey, motherfuckers.
Hey, why?
Okay, so you got something else, or are we good?
Yeah, I got another one for you. So, 3 weeks ago, there was a store clerk. His name was Jose Alba. He's out in Harlem. He was attacked by a woman and her boyfriend. When the woman came in and asked him if she could she tried to purchase a bag of chips. Card declined. She was like, "Can I get it on credit?" Because in New York, you go to one of them bodegas, you might get a little something on credit. He was like, "Nah, bruh, you have to run me my money." She went out, got her boyfriend. Boyfriend came in. Now, they both were armed with knives. They got into a little scuffle. The store clerk ended up stabbing the boyfriend multiple times on his way to the hospital. I think after he got to the hospital, he died, right? So after that, the store clerk who was defending his shop ended up getting charged, right? Doesn't make sense to me. And then, of course, this past Sunday, we had a cute little older white male in Southern California who also stopped a potential robber from, obviously breaking in and stealing him. He came in with a gun, tried to shoot him. Store clerk blasted his ass. Him and his homeboys hopped back in the car, took off. This man is known as a hero. So I want to run both these clips for y'all, and then I want to get Marty's take on it.
A brazen robbery. A suspect walks into a liquor store armed with an assault rifle. But the store owner is ready. Even though he's 80 years old, he has the reflexes of a teenager and opens fire. The suspect entered the liquor store in the dead
Yeah,
of night
Granddaddy wasn't
here in
playing.
the small town of Norco, California, about 50 miles east of Los Angeles. After a recent uptick in robberies in the area, the owner installed high-tech security cameras around the perimeter of the property. When the suspects pulled up to the store, the owner was watching them on his monitor, ready to defend his business. The suspect goes running, screaming for his life. The getaway car peels out as one suspect struggles to get in the passenger side. Meanwhile, 80-year-old Craig Cope stands guard with his rifle in hand in case any trouble comes back. A short time later, he reportedly suffered a heart attack from the ordeal.
I just want to see if you could tell the difference between that story and the second one. Obviously, there's an age difference and a color difference, but let's hear the second story.
Now, the front page story causing outrage. An elderly convenience store worker fatally stabs a man he says assaulted him. Despite claims he acted in self-defense, he was charged with murder and sent to one of the most dangerous jails in America. Here's Les Trent.
There is front page outrage over the arrest of a store clerk who says he stabbed a violent customer in self-defense.
Anything you want to say?
Fox News personalities are going all out in support of the clerk, Jose Alba.
He was in reasonable fear of deadly force being used against him. He got the knife. He did what was right to protect himself.
If a criminal decides to bust up and beat up an old man in a bodega, he might get stabbed. That's a consequence of being a criminal and screwing around with violent behavior.
Justice gone mad, says page 1 of the New York Post.
So to me, both stories are extremely similar, right? Extremely similar, 3 weeks apart, right? But we charged the colored man in Harlem, Mr. Jose Alba. We charged him with murder, had him in jail for 6 days in Rikers Island. I'm like, but
I wouldn't turn myself back.
Old man in Southern California does the exact same fucking thing, and y'all label him a fucking hero. So I don't understand where we are in America. I get, like, that's New York, that's California.
Yeah, different
but
laws.
Same shit to me.
Yeah,
they both were defending their property.
Only reason why I say that because someone was just saying like stand your ground law and self-defense law. It's just different laws, different states. It's fucked up. Don't get me
The only
wrong.
reason why they dropped the charges is because the public was outraged. That was the only reason. Can you imagine if nobody even noticed this story? That man would still be in Rikers Island. Yeah, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. And I hate the fact that it's this weird ass hypocrisy where an 80-year-old white man can defend his property.
But out with the charges dropped?
Yeah, they dropped the charges later on, but it was after the public was outraged. It wasn't like y'all shouldn't have charged the man in the first place. He should never spent time in Rikers Island. That's a dangerous place, and the man was just simply defending himself.
So basically, you said like if nobody would have spoke up in the first place,
we would have never even heard about Mr. Jose Alba. You know what I'm saying? And no telling who he's taking care of. That looked like a very small bodega. It wasn't like he was. It's like a massive size Walmart. It's a small bodega, right? I'm sure he probably takes care of that whole community. But two people off the QT walk in behind the counter and attack him, and y'all charge him? That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. So had he had done what the older white man did, right, and shot them from afar, would y'all have charged him? I'm just curious. I just don't like the hypocrisy of it.
It's bullshit. But we're in America. We love America. Anyway, so Netflix last week we watched The Gray Man. That shit was super good. If y'all didn't get the chance to watch it, it was good. Really good. I didn't watch the beginning, but Shy ended up telling me how he got out of jail and stuff. In the end, he got the girl back. So yeah, he ended up getting the girl back, and they basically walked away in the sunset. So he broke out of so they was like, yeah, he haven't eaten in a couple of days. We think he not responsive. The lady was like, oh hell no, he ain't eat. She ran down there and that nigga done knocked down all the damn security guards.
He go.
Him and the girl was walking down in the sunset. So
Yeah.
R.P. Flits. Our Fits, whatever. Anyways, next week we are going to watch Web of Make Believe, Death, Lies, and the Internet.
Oh, Lord.
I never really wanted to commit crimes. The crimes were a necessary evil to get around a system that I didn't believe in.
Nobody wants to commit crimes.
The internet has opened up new pathways to make certain kinds of crimes easier.
They couldn't find me, they couldn't arrest me, there was nothing they could do. I was unstoppable, you could say.
He enjoyed swatting people. It was his form of entertainment.
I wonder.
I saw the first episode.
It's really going to be good for us in the show because it's basically all different kind of scam shit put into one.
Yeah, that first episode is a doozy.
All right, so the gag of the week. Listen, like, do not interrupt somebody when they say a prayer before they eat. Let's watch this.
I want to bless the food while we gathered here today.
Oh, not
I
green
want to
pepper.
thank you, Lord, for bringing us together on this special occasion while we're sharing some pizza, some food that you blessed us with. And in your goodness, Lord, we appreciate everything you've given to us in this lifetime. All we want to do is just keep sharing your love with the world.
Oh, I
and
know
keep
you
eating.
not.
But you wait till Jesus' word is said first before you start eating. Can't you just wait?
No, the fuck you ain't.
Jesus comes first. Always in our house.
Jesus comes
the Lord
first. Hallelujah.
Let us finish praying for the greedy and the needy. Oh, Lord, let us please have this delicious piece of food. And if you put a hand in that plate again, I'm going to smack the fuck out of her. Is you crazy? Is you crazy?
Why did you play with that? Y'all gonna get that old man a heart attack.
Jesus, I can't take it no more. Let's eat.
He ain't meant it or nothing. God blessed it, nothing.
Make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank y'all so much for watching another episode. We out.
That was hilarious.